Get a muffler.
I'm standing here with Curt from New Hampshire, and you've got something on your mind. Tell me about it.
Well, I just was out here flag waving, and I realized that this will be my third time voting for Ron Paul. I got to vote for him in '88 and 2008 and now 2012, and if I have to write him in again.
Do you think that Ron Paul would be capable, or that public servants can interact with the public in a manner that's sort of like a win-win solution for both?
I think that Ron Paul is probably the person who could do it best because of the repeal. Getting rid of bureaucracy is pretty much the only thing a public servant can do that helps everybody. It's inefficient. The people who used to be bureaucrats, go get productive work. The people who used to pay their fees and or their salaries and taxes get cuts in their taxes, and the level of voluntary interaction goes up. I consider that a win for absolutely everybody.
Now, you voted for him in '88, then I take it, as when he was a Libertarian Party candidate. I hadn't even heard of him back then.
I didn't know much, but at the time I realized that the Reagan Revolution wasn't working. The difference between rhetoric and results was so obvious. Mm-hmm. Nobody goes into government promising to cut and then raises everything and doesn't at least have some people realize that there's something wrong here. I saw someone talking about Ron Paul as he's a betrayer of the Reagan legacy because he quit the Republican Party in disgust. Well, yeah, I would have too.
Well, Reagan was a betrayer of the Reagan thing.
If Reagan had followed his rhetoric, we would have had Ron Paul effectively that time. But he didn't. He got in, and his administration took over, raising everything. There wasn't a government department that didn't have its budget raised during that period, even the ones he promised to cut. And, well, I'll be honest, if Ron Paul does the same thing, I'll be mad at him too. Mm-hmm.
Well, Reagan, he took a bullet, and it may have had something to do with it. I don't know.
Well, I think the bullet came later. That wasn't before he was elected. That was after a couple of years.
Oh, well, 6 months, actually, I think.
6 months?
Yeah.
He wasn't. I don't think it was an intimidation factor for him. As a person, I think he was a perfectly good person. But I think he fell into the trap of thinking government can solve problems.
Well, I think he thought it was more important to get rid of the Soviets than to do maybe some other things.
Yes.
And taking the Soviets out of the picture was done pretty effectively.
Yep.
But I can't advocate any government program, even that.
It's a very nice new camera, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
I like that.
Yeah.
The last one having been scabbed by the cops.
No, I've still got the other one. But what are the other differences that you're seeing between 1988 and 2011 for Ron Paul?
For Ron Paul? Ron Paul in '88 was someone no one knew. He got absolutely no airtime.
He was on Maury Povich's show or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, I was going to say something.
Or no, not Povich. The other guy is even more annoying.
Oh, I can't remember, but I've seen the YouTube of it.
Yeah.
Ron Paul in 1988. What a firebrand. Ron Paul has mellowed with time. If you think he's radical now, go watch that YouTube and see what he was like.
Yeah.
He got right in people's faces and was correcting it. You have got to be kidding. That was good. Yeah. I still can't remember that guy's name. It wasn't Maury Povich.
Downey, Downey something.
Downey.
Not Morton Downey, but something Downey. Yeah, Morton Downey. That's right. Yeah.
Robert Downey.
Right.
Robert Downey's the actor.
Nah, he was a lot of fun.
He wasn't.
He had the loudmouth microphone.
Attack interviews.
Yeah, that's right.
Not like yours at all.
Right. All right. Thanks, Curt.
An honor and a pleasure, sir.